For years now, players have asked what is the best Minecraft update ever. As more and more updates are released, the question gets harder and harder to answer. For players like myself, Release 1.7, known as the update that changed the world, was one of the best because it existed in an era of almost universal mod support, which I feel died down a lot after 1.8, along with its terrain changes. While for players like Mike McChill, the co-writer and editor for this video, updates like Beta 1.8 and Release 1.0's Adventure update was his favorite. As more and more content from the upcoming update Aquatic is released in the form of weekly snapshots and statements from members of Mojang, there's been quite a lot of hype generating around this update. In some regard, I would even argue that this update is gearing up to be potentially the best update to Minecraft ever. In this video, we're going to talk about just that. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Before the video is started, it should definitely be noted that if you've been playing with these snapshots, you've more than likely found your fair share of glitches, bugs, and problems with the current Minecraft. Because the game is basically being completely overhauled with changes such as how the world generates, to changing how water reacts with blocks like kelp and stairs, it's definitely expected that the game will have a few problems. These snapshots could definitely be argued to be some of the buggiest snapshots on record given the massive changes to the game, but it is extremely important to realize that these are still snapshots, and unless the official 1.13 release is just as buggy as we've been seeing, Mojang does deserve credit for accomplishing what they've done thus far. So let's get into it. So first things first, the new mobs from what we've seen already are turning out to be awesome. Turtles, dolphins, fish, and especially the Phantom are definitely making their debuts in quite amazing ways. When we first saw the Phantom, he was quite a pushover. Now, as of Snapshot 18W10A, he looks way cooler with a brand new and proper model, better animations, and so much more. While he still needs a bit of a revamp in my opinion, mainly with his health pool and how easy it is to kill with a bow, he's definitely more fierce looking than his original showcase. Right now, the Phantom despawns during the day and doesn't spawn in the end anymore. Jens is quoted as saying that Phantoms are a little less derpy now too. The Phantom is definitely a lot better than when we first saw him. Turtles, fish, and dolphins are all going to be filling the ocean soon enough and will definitely be bringing more life to the water. Existing mobs like squids are also getting changes. Right now, when you hit squids in the Java edition, they finally squirt ink, just like they do in the Bedrock edition of the game. Well, this certainly isn't a game changer, it's little things like this which show Mojang's attention to detail. Swimming through the ocean and seeing all of the new life in a once barren place is extremely exciting. We've not yet seen dolphins in snapshots, but only in footage uploaded by Mojang and their employees. It's yet to be determined if they'll live up to their hype. But if Mojang gives them as much attention as they've been giving to the Phantom, I have my hopes up. Turtles are also a welcomed addition as well, as we've already had time to mess with them and have found that they can be quite useful for potions and more. While you can't scoop them up into a bucket yet, fish are also a great addition to the ocean. Seeing physical fish in the game versus imagining they're below your boat and just using your fishing rod is a pretty cool feeling. Right now, oceans look more lively than they ever have. Kelp, ravines, furnaces, ruins, buried treasure, and more make a once very boring place suddenly quite enjoyable. Not to mention an extremely beneficial place to hunt around for treasure. Looking in some buried chests, you'll find items ranging from cooked fish to iron, gold, emeralds, prismarine, and more. Well, I hope these new fixtures will offer more than just the things you can already find in a dungeon chest. The fact that things have progressed this far, this fast, again, has me pretty hopeful for what's next. Coral alone is certainly a wonderful block to build with underwater. On land, the coral will just become grayed out as if it's died. But if you place a block of coral under, above, or beside an already existing flow of water, it'll live. When the water disappears, the block will turn gray again. This alone is pretty cool, and it will soon offer very interesting design choices for players. Water will certainly become an integral part of designing with these blocks. As we said in a recent video talking about Tridents, which you can find on the top right corner of the screen, they're just flat out awesome. The enchantments and opportunities that the Trident provides players with is very cool. As the item spends more time in the game, players have been finding interesting uses that are completely unique to the Trident. Right now, the Trident by itself, in my opinion, is enough of a reason to be excited about this update. Another thing to look out for is how items react with the water. Seriously, just go underwater and throw something. Sure enough, the item will float to the surface. For a long time, item elevators haven't been the simplest thing or the most reliable thing to make, but now all you need is a column of water and you're pretty much good to go, which is pretty neat. So let's get a little bit technical. With 1.13, major changes are coming to how we interact with commands in Minecraft. Not only can you tab through the various options of commands, but you can see whether or not the command you're writing has the correct syntax. Well, this change by itself is pretty awesome, especially since if you don't like the visual clutter, you can turn the visual cues off. Unfortunately, the syntax for many commands has been completely changed. Heck, if you use the entity data command on your custom map, that's no longer a command in 1.13. While the new data command is arguably better in terms of functionality, it does kind of stink that pretty much every map with a couple of command blocks prior to this update won't function anymore. But hey, to push things forward, a little compromise is sometimes necessary. Hopefully, that's the case in this case. Data packs are also being introduced into 1.13 and will allow for massive customization of the game's pre-existing features such as advancements, functions, loot tables, structures, recipes, tags, and possibly more, without any modification to the game's code. Over the years, Minecraft has had many game-changing features added to the game such as redstone, commands, command blocks, and more. And personally, I don't feel that data packs, once they mature a bit, will fall too far from that list. But only time will tell. So what do you think? Do you think that 1.13 has the potential to be the best update ever? Or maybe not? What was your favorite update of the past? Let me know in the comment section down below. But other than that, that just about does it for me for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself and Michael McChill, who co-wrote and edited this video, the channel, and the video quite a lot. But anyways guys, I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.